cage is right there. 20 seconds on the clock, and I'm still not inside. One trial down, one to focus on when I get back. What could go wrong? This is the story of how I did manage to extract on time. Even when I completed one trial and had one to come back to. But I also show you how I got 2 trials on one run. This did depend on where I started though. In this breakdown, I will go over which route is best to hit all of the lockers and containers on this map, whilst keeping an eye on the time. Let's begin. Okay, so theory is search lockers, open them anywhere on the map, and open containers in the swamp, which is dam specific. On paper, easy to combine. In practice, I got greedy, got distracted, and paid for it at the hatch, as you just saw. Here's how it actually went. I landed near Ben Welder's sunroof. Quiet spawn, which never happens twice, so I moved fast. First thing I came across was a fuse box container. Once I had breached, I checked if this actually counted towards the trial. And it did. Then I came across a Rocketeer husk. Opened that up to see if that counts as well. What you also can hear in the background is a matriarch. The husks actually count as containers as well, which actually shows in the video and the points. So, on to the next thing. I try out these maybe lockers or containers, not too sure, just to see if they count towards it as well. But obviously, when I checked over it, trial points didn't count. What I'll do now is I will speed this up just so that you don't get too bored. But obviously I'll show you the 3 stars when I hit, and then I'll show you when I move on to going towards the lockers. In the meantime, here is the map of the dam with the POIs involved to find the containers. Now, not all the containers will be in them areas, but will be around them areas. So make sure to have a good look around. Yeah. I thought I was going to have to go to space. Swamp trial done. Now onto the lockers. Now I'm thinking the hydrodome area. I'm thinking research and admin, and the woods treatment. These are all locker heavy, all on the way to an extract point I already know. Then another raider showed up. Now this is where in the back of your head you go, do I trust this person? Can he be trusted? Or is he going to take me down a dark alleyway and just end me there? Who knows? But my gut instinct was, let's see how this plays out. So we took off from the swamp and headed towards the northeast of the map and came across the power generation complex, which if you're a new starter doesn't actually require a keycard. Instead, you need to use a power rod to open it. You can sometimes come across one of these in Spaceport or by dismantling a snap hook. From here, we made our way towards the research and admin sector. Stupidly, with a run like this, you need to make sure your stash has a number of stims for this kind of trial, and even more if you're trying to complete 2 of them. Along the way through the tunnels, heading towards research and admin, I actually remember if you hit the controlled access zone, there is a number of lockers in there as well. And unfortunately, with this diversion, I managed to lose my new friend in Dam. But the trials must go on. After hitting the access zone and thinking the extract area was ahead of me, I carried on towards the research and admin area. Ran through the basements, opening all the boxes I could find and all the containers I could see. Then, once I did that, I headed up towards the locker-dense area of research and admin sector. But as I got closer and closer, the arc seemed to hinder me in reaching my goal of the 3 stars. Just my luck. With 2 minutes and 17 seconds left, and knowing that I had to get to the hatch, I had plenty of time to take in the scenery and maybe take out a few arc along the way. Unbeknownst to me, that time was actually going to be my killer. Obviously, I was very disappointed of how it all finished. Thought I had enough time to kill the arc and exfil, but this are the things we got to do on this game. Got to live and learn. So this leads me on to the next extraction. Same map, same trials, one real change. Pick a locker route before landing and finish each POI before moving to the next one. As you can see here, I landed at the primary facility in one of the dam sectors. And I knew it was against the clock, so this is why I headed back to the start of where it all began. Ben Welder's sunroof. Here I opened a number of containers along the way until I reached the point where I started on the previous run. Once I reached this point, I did realise there was another raider probably doing the same trial. So anything he was opening, I was just right behind them, making sure I could do it as well to gather them points. So swamp containers first, same 3 spots, same order, 3 stars again. Lockers in hydroponic dome complex on the way through, since I was already there for the swamp trial. Then onto the water treatment, and this is where the run turned into my favour. The keycard room had already been opened by an earlier raider. Free access, no key needed, straight in. From there, same story, straight up to research and admin. Had a look around, noticed that the keycard room had already been opened as well. That was the difference between 1 star and 3 stars. 2 locked rooms that happened to already be unlocked. This was looking good. Both trials finished, same hatch on the Red Lake Island as the first run, but this time I walked to it with time to spare instead of sprinting with none. Now the lessons I learned from this was, on the first run I split the locker route across these POIs. I left one half finished to chase another and burned through the clock, not even checking how far I was from the extract. And on the second run, I went back with a fixed route, cleared each POI fully before moving on, kept the nearest hatch in mind the whole time, and caught a break with 2 keycard rooms turned up already, opened up by earlier raiders. I think what you should do differently is pick your locker POIs before you land. Finish each one before moving into the next. Know your nearest hatch as a backup and check keycard rooms even without a key. Someone else may have already done the work for you. And this all depends on where you land. If you've done these trials before in Dam, why not let me know which route you prefer or have done? Why not drop me a comment? I'm Nolytic. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, share, follow and subscribe to this channel. And why not watch one of my other related videos to Arc Raiders. Thanks again for watching. Stay human.